I cannot go back with Namibian demons. I'm leaving them in NSPPD. They're not leaving them here. Even now, as I'm here, Pastor Jerry is praying in Namibia in my house. We have not stopped since last year, August. I told the husband, you go to the theater, I have work to do. I went into that room, I prayed. Good afternoon, saints. I wanted to say, before I start, my name is Doris Roos. I'm from Namibia. Thank you. I wanted to apologize to Pastor Jerry. Last week I was here, and when he asked whether there are NSPPDs in Namibia, I said I don't know, because I missed the first part of the question, so I didn't understand. But I got the link in 2021 from a Namibian friend in the UK, Alma Meerders. She sent it to me, and we are regularly sharing. So there are NSPPDs in Namibia. I want to start by sharing my deliverance from witchcraft attacks. I have multiple testimonies. When you think of witchcraft, I have experienced it. My health, my career, my children's education, my finances, my marriage, everything was being attacked. It became so physical that sometimes they would pull my leg and swing it across the bed. But in 2018, I got a job in Ethiopia. And when I got the job, I was looking for somebody that could rent my house. There was a diplomatic couple in church. I went to them. I said, if you know of anybody who wants to rent a house, please tell me. They told me they themselves were looking for a house to rent. So I said, okay, come and have a look at my house. They moved in. We moved out. They moved in. But after they moved in and I moved to Ethiopia, I experienced attacks at another level. It was like doors are being opened, windows, everything is happening. People are following you. You look in the mirror, it's like somebody is staring at you back in the mirror. Then I went back to Namibia for a short break, and my tenant who was in my house now gave me a little bottle of water that he got from one of the prophets in Nigeria, and said, this is anointed water, please use it. So now, I was so excited, I'm thinking, okay, now the attacks that I'm experiencing will end. We started to take I shared it with my daughters. Now all of us started to experience things moving in our bodies. We prayed. Then my friend sent the link of NSPPD. So I literally downloaded every old laptop, iPad that was in the house. I downloaded Pastor Jerry's fire prayers. I put them in the garden. I put them in every bedroom, in the bathroom. I put them wherever you would be cooking. Pastor Jerry is praying a different prayer in this room. He's praying a different prayer there. In the garden, you come to the garden, you are walking, there is another fire prayer in the garden. And there was one day Pastor Jerry was praying and saying, let every tree that is monitoring you dry up. I went out, I said, Lord, you know my garden, let the trees dry up. I was watering my garden, and the plants under the trees are growing, but the trees are drying and dying. So the trees died. We continued to pray. I would sometimes sleep with Pastor Jerry's prayers. Eventually, slowly, we felt things were leaving our bodies. When I came here, I said to my friend, I'm coming to the altar of fire. This is the country of dumbfounding miracles. I cannot come back. That last thing that is still moving between my shoulder and my elbow, it is not going back to Namibia with me. Sunday I came here, I told her, I don't know how I will get to the NSPPD, but I'm going. I got here by God's grace, and since that day, Sunday to now, that thing has stopped. Just me being here, God did it for me. and even my daughters that were experiencing the same thing. So that is the one prayer I feel we are delivered. I came here, I cannot go back with Namibian demons. I'm leaving them in NSPPD.
They're not leaving them here. They are perished forever.
But I'm not going back with anything I brought here. I'm free. So that is the one. Now, one night my daughter had a dream that a group of people came in and collected my certificates, my degrees, my CV. After that, it was like the door closed. I was working internationally in several countries. I am applying, I'm not getting any jobs. I applied, nothing is opening. Then I continued to pray. Pastor Jerry is saying, you will get that email. You will get that phone call. So I continued to believe. I was saying, Lord, I will get the email. I'm applying anything I'm applying for, I'm not getting. But people go on LinkedIn, find my CV, call me and are saying, are you available? Can you do this for me? I started to travel internationally. Go to Cameroon, train. Go to Zambia, train. Go to Nigeria, do this consultancy for us. So I continued doors were opening. As I was listening, even now, as I'm here, Pastor Jerry is praying in Namibia in my house. We have not stopped. Since last year, August, we have not stopped. And my daughters don't want to go to church, but they don't miss the Holy Communion. They are taking the Holy Communion religiously. So we are thankful to God that doors were open. The third testimony is my firstborn is married, and it was 3 years. I said, Lord, I want a grandbaby. I told her, give me the name of the babies that you want. Boy name, girl name. I bought clothes for the baby. Pastor Jerry is saying, bring it to the altar. I said, Lord, I call forth these babies wherever they are. From the time that she became pregnant, now the attack started. The baby is not growing in the stomach, all the things. I said, no, I'm on the altar of fire. I am praying this baby will grow. In March last year, the baby was supposed to be born on the 22nd of March. I traveled, I arrived on the 5th. On the 6th, we went for a routine examination and were told, no, the baby is showing signs of distress, so they have to induce them. By 3 a.m., she called us and said, the baby is struggling to breathe. You have to come. I'm going to have a C-section. I said, Lord, after I have prayed, earth prayers, the soil of the UK will not swallow my daughter nor my unborn grandchild. I prayed. When we got to the hospital, I told the husband, you go to the theater. I have work to do. I went into that room. I prayed. The baby was born. The doctor came and told us the umbilical cord was twice around the baby's neck. But the baby was born healthy. The baby was 3 weeks before, healthy, did not need any incubator or anything. So we thank God. My grandbaby is alive and doing well. Thank you.
What our God cannot do. The enemy may come in as a flood.